Aquí con ustedes, Yesenia Beribub Alvarez. So I hopped on really quick. I didn't let anybody know. So if you join, you join live. And if not, then you can just catch the replay, no problem. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for following me on social media, on YouTube, all the newcomers. I appreciate you guys. Love you. I hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. Hope you guys have an awesome start to your week. And I just wanted to hop on here really quick and just, oh, I got some likes. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. So I just wanted to chit chat really quick because I get this message a lot in person, through my personal life, social media especially. And so how about I just let everybody know here once and for all. As a lot of you know, most of the people that follow me have been following me for several years, and I worked in radio in Chicago from about 2011 to about 2019, late 2019. And through that course of time, I worked at several different radio stations, had a great time, and I was that girl for real. Like I was that girl, you know. Really popular, had a great time. I enjoyed it, loved it. It was definitely something that I wanted to do ever since I was a little girl. I remember listening to B96, and I remember hearing a woman on there, and I remember telling myself, or just thinking to myself, I'm going to be on radio one day. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I know that I'm going to be a positive person. And as long as I can be a good influence, that's all I care about. And I grew up and I was able to achieve that goal. I had an amazing time. Like I said, I can't, say it enough. I absolutely loved it. It was fulfilling for me. But at one point, it got to where it was completely draining me and I was not feeling fulfilled. So that was up until 2019. And then after that, it was like December of 2019. And then after that, COVID hit and everything changed. So basically, to cut straight to the chase, what is it that I do for work now? And the answer is I don't work. I don't work. Don't ask me what job I have because I don't have a job. My mentality, my life, my lifestyle, my DNA has completely changed. Oh, hey guys, I got 17 viewers. Appreciate you guys. I don't work. I don't work. I of course I make money. Of course I make a living. I have to pay for, just regular basic stuff like any human being does. Um, but I'm an entrepreneur through and through. Business owner. I work for myself 100% of the time. That's why I say I don't work, because whatever I do doesn't feel like work. It does not feel like labor. It's something that I choose to do within the parameters that I set. I don't have to work with anyone that I don't like. I don't have to put up with bad treatment. I show up at whatever time I want. If I show up, most of the time I work in the comfort of my home doing whatever I want to do. I wear whatever I want to wear. And I conduct business how I see fit, how I would like for business to be conducted with me. So I basically do a lot of things and nothing at all. It's really hard to explain. That's why I say I don't work. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, you know what this is like. You know that it doesn't feel like work. You definitely put in work. I definitely have worked harder on myself, on my business, sacrificed to live the lifestyle that I live now, but it does not feel like work. Where are you from? So I'm from Chicago. I'm a Mexican born in Chicago. If that makes sense, cool. And if not, both of my parents were Mexican. I now only have my mother here, but both my parents are Mexican, and I was born in Chicago. So, serial entrepreneur, basically. So I have multiple businesses. I invested into businesses. I really say, I don't say much, to be honest. I just say I don't work. Um, if I'm speaking to someone that is more astute, then I'll say I live off of my investments. And then typically the conversation will end there. Oh, that's great. That's great. And what is my investment? What are my investments? Me. I invest in me. I invest by ways of reading, teaching myself, educating myself. If I have to pay for a course, whatever I have to do to make myself smarter, more fit, more mentally agile, I invest in myself. I invest into anything that can make me a better person, anything that's gonna allow me to reach my potential, reach my maximum potential, and allow me to work or just be at my maximum capacity, basically. Because when you are an entrepreneur, you're an athlete. Mentally and physically, you have to be an athlete. This is not for the weak. So that's basically what I do, guys. That's it. I would say 99% of the time I'm working for myself. Every once in a while, I do take on other clients that will need for me to build a website for them. I like building websites, but I keep it pretty short. I keep it pretty simple and basic, simplistic, just deliver what the client needs. But I don't like to over deliver too much because I don't want to go back into that mode of doing so much for other people and forgetting about myself. For example, I was making 2 websites for 2 different clients. Great client energy, fidgeting around, going back and forth. Hey, we want you to revise this. Hey, we don't like this. Hey, can you change this? Can you change that? And I was beginning to get a little frustrated, a little annoyed. And then I started thinking I could just be investing all of this time, energy, dedication, electricity, programs on my computer to my own websites that need attention. So I've already trained my brain to be repulsed by giving too much to other people, other businesses, other entities. Hi, Avery. Hi, Vishal. Hi, Zachary. Thank you, guys. In Chicago, it's 2:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's it, guys. That's what I do. It's really hard to explain. And to be honest, I don't like explaining. When people start asking too much, and I know they're not entrepreneurs, they don't live the same lifestyle as I do, they're not going to understand it anyway. And I protect my peace at all costs. So unless I'm speaking to another entrepreneur who is doing 10 times better than I am, I'm not going to give you a lot of information because I need to focus on myself. I'm like this, you guys. I am like this. I live in my own little bubble. I have my schedule. I stick to that. I am so invested in myself. I literally tell people I'm self-centered, 100%. I am self-centered. I put myself first. I put my business first. If I invest into my business, what is it that I would tell myself? If I take care of my business will take care of me. And that's where I am. That's how I'm living now. So a lot of the times when nosy people, specifically men who are not wealthy, are nosy and they just want to find out, they want to size a woman up, they want to put a woman in a certain category, they want to find out what a woman does for a living so they could put a label on her or see what they could get from her. I don't know. Whenever a man asks, what I do for a living, I tell them I don't work. I volunteer. I raise funds for animal shelters. I donate to the animal shelters. I help rescue dogs. That's it. Volunteers don't make money. So that completely cuts it off. All right, if you're interested in me, you got to pay for anything and everything. Vishal is, what is your business? So I've invested in multiple businesses, wide range, different things. one of the things that I do is I build websites for people. A lot of people don't know how to build websites. They are not, up to speed with AI. They just know what they want. So I build them a website, and that's simple, that's fast. So I do that from the comfort of my home. It's really easy. So yeah, that's one of the things. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't work, you guys. It's just so hard to explain. And I was talking about this with another. Oh, thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate you guys. I was talking with one of my business partners and friends, and she does 100 times better than I do. And the way that we talk, I'm like, oh, so did you work today? She's like, no, I don't really work. I'm like, so how many hours do you work per week? She's like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8. And that's what it feels like. Even though we're actively participating in our businesses, it doesn't feel like work, because I'll get to my desk in the morning, maybe 9 a.m., 10 a.m. after breakfast, check my emails. Then after the dog needs to go outside, so I'll take him outside. Then I'll go check my mail. Then I'll come back. Then I'll make a couple phone calls. Then I have to go to the bank. Then I have to go to USPS, come back home, work on some marketing ads. Then after that, I make a plan to work on another business. Then after that, it's lunchtime. Then after that, I want to take a nap. Then after that, somebody calls asking for one of the business services. So I book that. Then, I have that ready for the next day. Cool, I got money coming in. Oh, you know what? It's time for me to educate myself a little more. I'm going to take a little reading break. I'm going to go sit on my balcony and read a book, make myself smarter. Hey, after that, my friend Deja calls me. We want to hop on a Zoom call and learn some more and make some more money together. Cool. Then my other friend hits me up saying, hey, hop on this sports betting app. Let's make some money. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I come back to my computer, work a little bit more on the website. Before I know it, it's sunset. So yeah, it's time for dinner. Then after that, take a little shower, unwind, and get ready for the next day. So did I really work? Like, it doesn't feel like work. There are other days where I'm gone all day, gone half the day, come back and then do some of those activities. And I can work from anywhere in the world. This is how I structured my life. I remember back in 2020 when we had all that time to be at home, I really had the time to sit with myself and ask myself in silence, what is it that you want? Ideally, how would you want your life to look? And it wasn't until someone else asked that question the other day on Threads. She said it's March 2020, and where were you in March 2020 and where are you now? And I was like, wow, like it dawned on me. March 2020, I was sitting in my house. I had a different apartment in Chicago. I wasn't really happy with the way that my life was going or where I was at. I just felt like I was at a standstill with my career. And I knew I wanted my own business. I knew I wanted to be my own boss. I did not want to work with the same people that I didn't like. I wanted to make more money. I knew that I was capable of much, much more. And then it didn't dawn on me until I saw that the other day. And I was like, wow, here I am. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to just be Yesenia, not have to conform to other people's shit, wear whatever I want to wear, start work whenever I want to start work. I'm the boss. And if I can put in as much time, energy, effort, and sacrifice into myself and my own business that I have done for other people and other businesses, imagine what I could be. Imagine that. And I was really proud of myself. I sat with that for a minute, with that realization, when it finally dawned on me. I remember I was sitting on my balcony and I was just in a moment of deep gratitude. Yeah, that was really, really nice. And it was just reassurance, like, hey, that's where you were. This is where you're at. And now from here, where do you want to be? So that's what I do. I invest in myself a lot, and that doesn't always necessarily mean money, even though, yes, I do invest in all aspects of my life, my education, the kind of clothes that I wear, how I nourish my body. I make really smart decisions down to what I read. I invest in my books. I really like reading. That's one of my things. So I spend, I wouldn't say I spend, I would say I invest money into my books, invest time. That's what I do. That's what I do. I invest time and energy into my physical health, whether it's investing 20 minutes doing yoga, investing an hour into going for a walk, because that clears my mind, and then I'll get more ideas of how I want to continue with my business, or how I want my life to look, or what car I want to drive, and how much that car costs, and reverse engineer it. How much money do I need to make per month to comfortably pay for that luxury vehicle? So that's it. That's what I do. I don't work. I care about myself all day long. I am self-centered. My life, my world revolves around me. That's what it is. And I'm really happy that I'm at this place, because many years ago, I was definitely a people pleaser. I was definitely addicted to overcompensating. I don't know why. I was addicted to being productive. I wouldn't sleep. I worked third shift. Oh, thank you so much. Hi. Someone's joining us from London. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I wouldn't sleep. I would work third shift. I had multiple jobs. Even doing all of that, I still wasn't making enough money. My body took a hit. I definitely was not healthy. Yeah, and I got burnt out, and I said, this is not it. This is not it. This is not for me. I know that I'm capable of much more. I know that I deserve better. And it was until I reached a big standstill, I guess you could say. I was just blah. That's the best way that I could describe it. I was just blah. So that's when I started making changes. And then, sometimes the changes don't materialize right away, but as long as it's in your mind, that's already a seed that was planted. And I remember sitting in my apartment. I lived on at the Pilsen Little Village border. And I just remember I didn't want to live there anymore. I wanted to be somewhere where it was more quiet, more peaceful. I wanted to have peace of mind, and I wanted to really be able to just be free and not have to focus on any other bullshit around me, because all of that is toxic. I'm talking about office gossip, office politics. There's a ceiling, there's a cap to how much money you can make. I don't believe in that. There is absolutely no cap. When you are a business owner, there is no cap to how much money you can make. The only cap is the one that you place on yourself. Have you guys seen that graph where it shows you the income that you can expect if you choose to be an anesthesiologist, a doctor, a teacher, police officer? At the very, very top, what's there? Business owner. Exactly. So there is absolutely no cap. And I like that. I like not having those bounds, because I don't place limits like that on myself. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I do. I do a lot. So I do, however, have my book. I am a self-published author. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I showed you guys this book, my self-love journal. It is now available everywhere Amazon is, and you order it. If you have Amazon Prime, you'll be able to get it within 2 days. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's a paperback, and it's not too big, not too small, so it fits in your purse. It's your companion. You can write in it. Look how beautiful it is. I love aesthetics. I love color. I love the color yellow. It has affirmations, and there are different themes. For example, there are affirmations for body positivity and acceptance, emotional well-being, self-worth, self-compassion, personal growth, and confidence. So are you guys getting the theme here? Like, work on yourself, right? Be the best you could be. Don't worry about anybody else. If you don't like it, that's an indication that there's some sort of discomfort here, so maybe you should make a change. Yes. So that's what I'm about. If you would like to purchase my book to support me or to give this as a gift, this was intended to be for the age ranges of about 8 years old, and like a very, very young lady, to an adult. This could be a bridesmaid's gift. This could be for yourself. I had an older lady buy this, and she said she absolutely loves it. Manifestations. It could be for manifestations, yes, because you want to manifest a higher version of yourself. But this is more like a journal where you write down how you feel and how you're working within yourself, because it really does start internally with you. The outside, the material, that's always going to come, but it all depends on your mindset. So me 6 years ago, I told myself, this is not what I want. I know that I deserve better. So that already was showing that I had confidence and that I knew I deserved better, right? And I felt that in my core. If you feel it in your heart, remember, your heart is run by electricity, frequency. So you got to really, really feel it. You got to really feel it in your heart. So in order for you to do that, you have to work on yourself. So I really do love my book. I'm in love with it. I'm so happy the way that it came out. So if you guys would like to support me, I have the link in the description. If you would like to gift this to someone, I'm sure they would absolutely love it. It is gorgeous, and it was made with the utmost highest intentions. So yes, guys, that is it. The secret's out. What does Yesenia Betty Boop do now for a living? Not a damn thing. I don't do that shit. Okay? I come on live. I go on Facebook. I go on TikTok. I go on Instagram. I got some links on there if you want to see what kind of products I use for my hair, skin, nails, clothes. I got the links on there. Yes, I make a little bit of a commission. Don't hate, okay? I got a book, bitch, self-published author, okay? I chill at the house, okay? I live the life of a boss lady, because that's what I wanted to do. All right, so I hope that this answers your questions. I don't do not a damn thing. Not a damn. Oops. But thank you guys so much for coming to my live. I appreciate you. I'll be coming on here more often because I do have a list of topics that I want to talk about. So now that we got that out the way, we have a lot more to talk about. Thank you guys so much. Feeling really positive vibes from you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.